kind of a New Year's party Ray Charles festival, and there's quite a few versions of this already on the internet. I've seen a couple of versions. I've seen two. One of them was brilliant. The other one, I don't remember. No, I didn't actually watch it. It's in the key of B flat, which is what Ray sings it in, and I like to do that because you can compare me with Ray and see what a fantastic genius he was. Playing it with a capo on 3rd fret and using a G chord shape. So it's kind of simple. But of course, what's difficult is the percussive style of the melody line of his singing. It's like it's only when you try and come to do it that you realise how difficult it is. It's an old spiritual song, gospel church song, and he put his words to it and his spin and his colour on it. So without further ado, I'm going to sing the horn parts because I'm not the guitar player that some are. Somebody who made a cover of this, I put a link in. It makes a pretty impressive job of playing it and singing it and remembering the words and remembering the chords. So I'm going to sing the parts. So do be do 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 be do 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 do. Let me tell you about a girl I know. She's my baby and she lives next door. Every morning when the sun comes up, she brings me coffee in my favourite cup. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I need a friend, I know she'll be with me until the end. Everybody asks me how I know. I smile at them, I said she told me so. That's how I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Now if I call her on the telephone, she's left me by alone. Well, the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door. In the evening when the sun comes up, she brings me coffee in my favourite cup. Everybody asks me how I know. I smile at them, I said I told you so. Yes I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Ba 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 ba. Tells me that I'm alone. By the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door. In the evening when the sun goes down and there is nobody else around. It's not good enough. It's never going to make YouTube. Alright. No. I'm not having it. I'm not going to upload this. Jamais. I suppose I could practice it more. I was hoping to use this microphone actually, but I dropped it on the floor and it's broken. Samsung condenser USB mic, which I bought 3 years ago, and it's now $99 on Amazon. I think I paid about that for it actually. And it's not this red wire that's become loose. That's just me mishandling it since. So you've got this capture mic on here, which isn't great, but as I said in the Leo Sayre video, if they put in a a standard 3.5 jack in the side of it, you could add a mic easily, but now they've got a 2.5, so you need an adapter. Anyway, Happy New Year for 2015, and they say it's going to be a good one. Every year that ends in a 5 since 1888, according to Art Cashin, has been a good year on stock markets. It's in the cycle of the presidential elections that's favourable again to a good year on the stock market. I think that Facebook is going to have a bit of a backlash over popularity and usage. I think that the world will still be turning in a year, and I'm very positive for the future. Although I have to say, I saw a few things on the internet. One of them was a young woman she went out for an evening with a friend, and there was a photo taken of them before, and they got into a fight, and she brought her stiletto shod foot down onto the face 3 times of this girl and blinded her. The last time went into her eyeball. Which, as I'm blind in one eye myself, I thought, that poor girl. And another case where a girl was ambushed by a thug with a knuckle duster. It's got a big scar down her face like this for the rest of her days. So stories like that, you've got to mix it with stories that are good, like Joan Collins being made a dame. Kristen Thomas has been made a dame. She is a good actress. Lenny Henry was doing some stuff on the BBC, I heard. Don't know really. I think he should have, in an effort to be unifying, had somebody white on. I think if he had a white person along with a yellow, black, brown, it would have been better. I understand why he thinks he's been the subject of racism all his life, because I'm from the West Midlands. I grew up in Birmingham. Well, kind of a bit schizophrenic really, because my mother was from Birmingham. She was born a stone's throw from Mitchells and Butlers, the brewery. My dad is a posh. He's dead now. He's been dead for a long time, 25 years. But he came from Hertfordshire, well-to-do family. So I kind of lived in Birmingham, and half of me is a Brummie. And Lenny came from Dudley, and I vaguely remember him on Tiswas because I was born in 1964, and he must have been born in 58 maybe. Fair play to the guy, but I can understand why he says he feels that he's been a victim of racism all his life. But mate, come on, it's not that bad. You could be in Somalia, you could be in Jamaica. Yeah, if you're in Jamaica, you'd be another, I don't know what, another comic on the circuit, and people would call you what they felt like, you know, and they wouldn't think, well, I'm not going to say that because he's black, because it's like, well, I'm black as well. Yeah, colour's not an issue. It becomes an issue in England because you're black and it's predominantly white. Like, but I'm white. I don't see me getting any help from England. You know, you've got as I've read on the Daily Mail comment section today, a lot of, that's it. I'm not going to say chip on your shoulder because I did read that, but you know, I'm not, more front than talent. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like, you know, we were kind of right about you being not that funny, because your role has gone more into ambassador for making the good waves between the racism in the country. You know, you've gone into that kind of role really, which is what you were always best at, because your humour was more like silly humour. You know, it wasn't. It's okay, but it was a bit. It wasn't really cutting edge and intelligent and satirical. It was more like and making comments on a black stereotype in society, in fact, with your character. So yeah, 2015, more of the same. More bullshit, more good stuff, more bad stuff, more questions about ISIS, about beheadings, about brutal regimes, about injustices, about people who have terrible things done to them, like this girl who had her eye taken out by this bitch. You know, you can ruin somebody's life and not get punished by society, by the state that much. You do something against the state, you personally are going to be well crushed. Yeah. Well, that's enough of that. See you later.